Woo! Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know if there's going to be a problem here. I don't know what happened with my last live, but I guess it was lagging or something. I don't know what's up with my internet connection. It seems fine. But hopefully it's okay now. Kaizen, what's up? Bell, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. What's up? Hopefully my internet is okay. Bell, what's up? What's up? Welcome. Setting up my back thing on my computer here, so I can see the questions. Lay Love, what's up? Eating my bowl of fruit. It's the same bowl of fruit from yesterday too. Almost finished. How are you guys today? Kyle, what's up? Today, yeah, it's the same bowl of fruit from yesterday. Today I made a video about it's the black mask where you peel it off. It's kind of anticlimactic because I think I got a cheaper brand mask, so it didn't like hurt or it wasn't as effective. But later on I'm gonna try this. Hopefully this is better, so we'll see. So I did that, met with my best friend today, ate some stuff. I got some swag on from Clayton. Nothing special, just a t-shirt and just a hat. I shaved my mustache though. I'm kind of not used to it. I think this is like kind of weirdly angled, like I'm looking kind of down at you guys. Is my best friend in the Navy? No, he's a normal civilian. So let me try to fix this, and I can make the light brighter too, so hold on. Boom. It's brighter. Kind of too bright, maybe a little bit, but it's better angled. Alright, so okay. Alright, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. Swagwan is your best friend in the Navy? No, I just graduated Navy Recruit Training Command 2 weeks ago, and that 1.5 mile run sucks. It does, Kyle. It does. But one thing that you can do when you go to your ultimate command, depending on your command, they do have alternative events, so you don't necessarily always have to physically run a mile and a half for the rest of your military career. You can swim, you can do the treadmill, you can do the elliptical, so there are a bunch of different things. Sounds fun, looking good, about to smash, huh? Nope. Unfortunately, my girlfriend is nowhere near me. Have you ever poked? I don't know exactly what you mean, Mikey. Is there any way for you to openly discuss your opinion about the Navy? Ryan, if you ever meet me in person, then I can tell you what's up. But, like what happened today, I can't, when I put the I hate the Navy video and it got a ton of hits real quick, but I had to take it down because a lot of people didn't like that and told me to take it down, so upon popular request. which that's okay. They had my self-interest, my safety and whatnot, at heart. So it's all right. Estela Castro, bring the mustache back. Hashtag. What do you think about the new PRT changes in 2018? Kaiza and Kim. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the new PRT changes in 2018. Put the article on this so I can kind of look it up real quick. Nice threads, Yoon. Looking good. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Rasta. What's up? Welcome back. Probably missed the answer about ABF or AO. So I don't know too much about the AO rates. I know AOs have a lot more pretty girls than ABF. Just in general, I see a lot more pretty girls in AO. Aviation Ordnance. So if you want to know exact in detail what's better, you could ask JT Suits because he was in the air rate. Which force do you think is better, or is it just the Navy? It depends what your military experience wants. You want your military experience to be, Christian. So if you want your military experience to be very gung ho, like shooting bullets and stuff, then in the Army. But if you want a cushiony job, I think Air Force. And if you want a decent difficulties and sometimes cushiony job, the Navy. But if you want some difficulties physically, then Army and Marines, in my opinion, from kind of the way I look at it. Yeah, that's my NMT said, but I can't swim, so I'll probably do the treadmill. Yeah. No, the bike is the easiest, I heard. I might start doing the bicycle. How is it living like at sea without internet? It sucks, Tessie. Sometimes I can get on the internet because the computer sometimes opens up and we're able to use the internet, and I use that just to answer a bunch of questions and talk to my girlfriend. What about the sailors that died? The crash. It's unfortunate. I haven't really read in detail about it. I guess I will later today or in a couple in a few days. How many months for that mustache to grow? It took me 2 months, Jay, because I guess I'm one of those Asians that doesn't grow mustache or facial hair too much. It won't let me post link. Send it to me on commented on this on a commented on a if it won't let you post a link, commented on one of my other videos and I'll check it out. I'll actually pull it up. What about sailors died, man? What do you think? When do you think you are going to retire, Christian? So I'm not going to do 20 years in the Navy or in the military. So I don't know when I'm going to retire. I guess if I comment and on a failed, yeah. It'll probably when you post a link from another website link, it says it needs a approver's it needs my approver, so I'll approve it and check it out. What do you get on the PRT for push-ups? Also, how did you improve? I got 85 on the push-ups for the PRT. The way I improved, I just did. I had a goal to I started by doing 100 a day, then 200 a day, then 250 a day. So there was a point when I did about 500 push-ups a day. And I did that at least for a week straight, and that helped tremendously. So doing, like 25 or 50 every 30 minutes, helps you knock it out real quick. So my best recommendation, if you want to improve push-ups, start with, try to do maybe like 50 a day. So do 10 every hour, and then, crank it up, a week or two after, do, 100 push-ups a day. And then by doing 10 push-ups every 30 minutes, then get to doing 200 push-ups a day, 20 push-ups every 30 minutes and whatnot. So that will help you improve your push-ups. How do you start a YouTube channel, Maddie Lee? You just start, man. Maddie, if you want to start a YouTube channel, my best recommendation is just film your journey. So, Kaizen, I got your link, so I'm kind of gonna read it real quick afterwards. So one thing that I recommend and what I'm doing, for those of you who are looking to start a YouTube channel, think about it as like this. So one big YouTube series, so one big direction that I'm gonna change my channel into is I want to have the theme of becoming a super sailor, right? So my goal is to be the Blue Jacket Sailor of the Year for my ship, right? Because that's a big accomplishment. To be the top E3 sailor within my ship is huge because I have a lot of people that I'm competing with. So, I'm just documenting what I am doing, right? I'm not taking the time out of my day to create, like I used to. And I'm still at some point. I just create, like different contents, right? I create videos about financial advice, but what I'm leaning more towards now is reacting. I'm just showing you guys what I do, what my goals are. I'm sharing with you, hey, this is my goal, and this is what I'm doing. I'm the ACFL, I'm the MWR treasurer, I'm the honor guard, the people who twirl rifles. I am also part of this club. I'm also doing this. I'm also getting these awards, and I'm still getting these awards. And I got this award by doing, X, Y, and Z. So I'm just sharing with you, and I'm kind of documenting how I go from where I am now to trying to achieve the goal that I set out for myself. Whether I achieve it or not, it doesn't matter, right? People always set goals, and if they don't make it, they always try out for the next one. So that's exactly what I'm doing with this channel. So I'm telling everyone what my goal is, and I'm sharing with people how I am accomplishing it. Oh my gosh. Hopefully this internet connection gets fixed. I don't know what's up with this, man. Having a difficult time today. Am I being fixed? Anyone hear me? Alright, so I'll take this opportunity to read the article, I guess. Oh, are you guys hearing me? Because it just says very bad internet connection on my screen. So, okay. Alright, cool. So I guess I'll still answer the questions. Okay. So Maddie, I hope that that helped. So just literally document your journey. Okay? Don't try to create stuff. Just show what you do, right? Set up your goals, show how you're achieving it, and just show the progress, show the process. And I'm just showing people what I do, like my stocks. I show what I do with my stocks, and sometimes I do my I do my vlogs. I just show people what I do on my vlogs. I don't really, as much as I want to, take the time out of my day to create stuff. Adam, what's up? You're a good swimmer since you're in the Navy. People in the Navy, after boot camp, you don't really need to swim anymore, unless your job requires it. After boot camp, you don't really ever swim. So after boot camp, for me, it's been 2 years, but I've never had to go back into the water, which I guess is unfortunate. But but I'm a pretty decent swimmer. Besides that, I don't because right before I joined the Navy, I tried to do PST for a special warfare program. So I learned a little bit how to do the way the SEALs kind of do their swim, which is combat side strokes. So I got semi good at that, but not good enough to pass. How long have you been in the Navy so far? 2 years. If you join as E2, can you get promoted to E3 if you pass the test that they give you when you first get there? I used to know this. I don't think so. The real quack. I think that's only from E1 to E2. I don't remember. I'm not too sure. You could ask your recruiter. But I'm almost 80% sure that's only from E1 to E2. But I might be wrong. So just double check with your recruiter. You can go into the police force after you're done with the Navy, accept military people pretty quick. Even without a degree. Hey, Yoon, I really want to join the military, but I can't start talking to a recruiter yet because of some obligation. What advice can you give me in the meantime? James. James, while you can, if you are in high school, join the JROTC. If you are in college, join the ROTC. So you have some military background there, and then when you're coming into the military, you will be instantly E2 or E3 instead of being E1. That's the only advice that I can give you. LML, I did 147 push-ups, 202 sit-ups, and 1153 on the 1.5 mile run. But I got beat every day from my chief because of anger issues. Kyle Henry. You have a great number of push-ups. Okay. My internet's good, loud and clear. Adam, what's up? How's boot camp swim test? I can see so many different swim tests from so many people. Some people said they don't even time the test. I don't remember if they timed the test. Dutch sailor here. Oh, what's up, man? So, I don't know exactly how you say your name. Illumi? Are you in Europe right now? Alright, so going back to Kaizen's question. I don't remember if they timed the swim. I think the main thing they're looking for is if you can make it across. Like, okay. I'm from the Netherlands. Awesome, man. You're the first person that I know who's coming from the Netherlands. So, you first go up to the little platform where you jump into the water, and once you jump into the water, then you swim across. I think it's about 100 yards, or it might be like 150 yards. I think it's about 100 yards. And you swim to the 100 yards to get back up, right? And I don't think they time it. Pretty sure they don't time it. They just want you to make it from point A, from when you come in, to point B. But after that, all other events after that are timed. So you should be good there. But I mean, as long as you have some decent amount of skill in swimming, you should be good. Do you have to be a certain size when you join the military? No. I've seen very, very short people, like 4'10" people. I've seen very small, short people. I haven't met like a vertically challenged, like dwarves or midgets in the military, but I think that might be an exception maybe. But yeah, I haven't seen extremely short people, but there are short people. Okay. The community college I'm going to doesn't have ROTC. I start their engineering science program in the fall. So I mean, as long as you focus on school and get your associate's degree, you'll still come in as an E3. So by the time you decide you want to join, you can be an E3. But I personally recommend get your degree and try to be an officer. That's one thing that I would do if I could turn back time. If I was going to join the military, I'd just be an officer instead. It's just a better experience and much more money in my opinion. Subunit, I actually went to boot camp. After a month, I was taken out of anxiety because I had a panic attack. I can say your advice did help me when I was there. Thanks for the help. Thanks for sharing, Joshua Newman. Sorry to hear that. If you wanted to be in the military, I guess. I don't know what else more there could be. But if you didn't want to be in the military, I guess it's a positive thing. But Milwaukee, what state am I in now? I am in my home state in Pennsylvania. What's a good ASVAB score? Not great score or perfect score, but what's a solid score or score range? And what's some good line scores for nukes? For nukes, I think you need somewhere like high 80s and above. Like the perfect score is like 99 or something. But for like nukes, like when you hit 90, that's almost like, hey, you should be a nuke type thing. But on average, I think I wouldn't know. Your recruiter would know like a good solid score, but from my amateur experience, amateur opinion, I think a solid score is like 75 to an 80. I think I got 65, which didn't really matter because I still got to be an LS, which was my first choice, but then I really wanted to be an MC, but I didn't really get that. I'm joining the Army National Guard. Recruiter said ASVAB score doesn't really matter, but remember your videos. So I told him I need more time to study. Lol, thanks bro, you got it, Milwaukee. Since you're from Pennsylvania, where did they send you for boot camp? Everybody in the Navy gets sent to boot camp in Illinois. Everybody. All over the country, everybody. Have you ever been to California? No, I haven't. I probably will. You a petty officer yet? Also, I'm a CTN3 and only got 875 on the ASVAB. Could have tested into nuke. Huh. I am not a petty officer third class. I just took my LS3 third class exam for the first time. March, didn't make it, missed it by 5 points. I have high hopes for the September exam because now I know what the style of the test is. So, gonna study up harder for that. Trentwell, do you happen to know lowest ASVAB score needed to get into CTN rating? Nope, I don't know. Tonight it's kind of slow. Is it because it's early? It's almost 9 o'clock. But yeah, like usually I'm bombarded by questions, but today it's pretty slow. Alright, so let me read that article Kaizen sent me. The changes. Navy incentivizes the PRT for sailors. Chief of Navy Personnel, Vice Admiral Robert Berkey, said that during his fleet visit, he often hears ideas from sailors how he can improve PRT process. I want to know those sailors who passed the body composition (BCA) are within the Navy age graduated body fat standards and overall excellent low or better on the PRT, with no single event lower than a good low will be exempt from participation in the next test. I don't know if that's a good idea. Additionally, the Navy is limiting the use of elliptical machines as an alternative cardio device for use because of low usage across the fleet during the PRT. This decision was based on two factors. First, less than 4% of the Navy uses ellipticals for the PRT, and maintaining PRT compliant elliptical machine was becoming increasingly cost prohibitive. Shifting to non-PRT compliant. The Navy is also exempting postpartum sailors from participating. Doesn't really seem like any significant change, Kaizen. So that article almost seems irrelevant to me. Okay, so you should do these more often. I like the series. You should do video working out, showing us steps maybe. Milwaukee, yes. So live videos I really can't do as often as I want because I'm on leave, right? I'm at home right now in Pennsylvania, so I have the freedom to make my live videos. But while I am actually working, I live in the ship, so there's not a lot of internet connection there, so I won't be able to do it once I go back to the ship. But for the time being, I like to do it as much as I can. You should do, okay. My tattoo behind my ear was less than a quarter inch oversized. A Navy commander at MEPS station said if he sent me to boot camp, they would send me home if someone was to put a ruler to it. I've seen one person in boot camp. She had a tattoo of like a musical note, but like she had to like almost get it removed, but you could still kind of tell it was a tattoo. Uh, so that was kind of weird. Tunes, I have a question. What's your question? Is it a big deal? Brian Bailey, I would personally say it's better to be safe. Once you pass boot camp, you know, typically you're pretty good, but while in boot camp, you never know what's gonna happen. How's LASIK work in the Navy? The real quack. I don't know exactly how it works, but the Navy does pay for it or some of it. I don't know exactly. I don't know the exact process. I know this because one of my friend got it done recently, and she is very happy with it. Um, so there's a couple of different eye surgeries that you can get done. Trent Wells. Yes, I've seen some with 68, but they usually don't pass GACA. Janizel, Janizel 안녕하세요. 영상 항상 잘 보고 있어요. 고맙습니다. Not Asian, sorry. I said I've seen. Delay my last. Pretty much they denied me entry unless I got a piece of tat removed. Yeah, they could. Good luck everything upcoming advancement test Yoon. Thank you, Trent. Or CTN3. I got a 93, 92 on the ASVAB test and didn't qualify for nuke. You need at least 235 on the EL or NUC section to qualify, and then you have to take separate test to get nuke. If you don't get 252, you don't have to take the extra test. CCC Fernando Lorento Gorgor. I don't know if this has been asked, but how's leave treating you? It's alright. I like. It's a very good time for me to take leave. My cousin got married last Saturday, and so I was present in the wedding. So I got to see my cousin get married. I haven't been to a wedding in a very, very long time. My cousin, her and the guy Dan, they have been together for an extremely long time, 10 years, and I've known both of them since childhood, so they're a very, very good couple, and I'm very happy for them. And I've spent a lot of quality family time with my parents and my aunt, and also my grandma. So this leave has been very wonderful. And today I met my best friend, Jay. Hung out with him today, went to the noodle shop, ate some stuff. How much soup can you eat in one sitting? I'm not much of a soup person. And I can't overeat anymore. Like, long time ago, I used to eat, like crazy amounts, and I used to be full and whatnot. But now, because Navy food messed me up and my health deteriorated, I can't just accuse the Navy, but I guess it was my poor health decision to consume a lot of food from the Navy, but it messed me up, man. It really messed me up. I have some sort of acid reflux, so if I overeat and my stomach is extremely full, then I have a chest pain, like not a pain, but a tightness in my chest, and I have a hard time breathing. Was you fat? The most I've ever weighed was 185, which is what I weigh now, I think. How much soup? But I did let myself go recently, man. My stomach is starting to become like flabby. Would you have gone Air Force if you could start all over again? Give me that work. If I could do it all over again, yes, I would highly consider Air Force. I just like the idea of being in the Navy because, I don't know if I watch too much Family Guy where Stewie is always out at sea. But, And one thing, my cousin's in the Air Force, my brother's in the Army National Guards. Here's his backpack. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to do the same thing, so I want to be in the Navy. You ever thought about being a Navy SEAL? I tried out for a bit, Brian. Before I joined, I took the PST, physical screening test. But my swim portion was horrendous. I missed the required swim time by like 4 minutes. the minimum requirement. So I was like, you know what? I'm not that into it. I just wanted to try it out. So that was my experience with trying out for the SEALs. But even though if I make it physically, mentally I'm not that strong. Like, I'm too attached to things like my family. I'm too attached, and like being, I'm too attached with like YouTube and stuff. In my personal opinion, like to be like a SEAL, you have to like lose the attachment of all the things like the civilian type of personal, civilian emotional attachment with stuff. Because to be a SEAL, like I think you just have to really focus down on it. So I don't think I could ever be a SEAL. Like if my family died and I said, you know what am I living for? Then maybe. But I thought about it. A couple of my friends are really into it, and they tried for it. But yeah, that's not for me. Can you make a video on life depression? Cause sometimes I feel bad, sometimes I feel good. I feel people can relate. I mean, I can't relate, and I don't know if I can make a video about depression and stuff. I can make a video on life, right? I have one. It's I think its title is "Ups and Downs in Highs and Lows in the Navy" or "Highs and Lows in Life" or something like that, where I kind of talk similar to that in that topic. But yeah, I'll write it down actually. Highs and lows. Talk about life. Alright. I wrote it down. It's gonna be official. I'm gonna make one. James, Yoon, I'm already an EMT, but I enjoy engineering. What would you recommend? A medical or nuclear job? Whatever your heart tells you, man, James. My brother's an EMT, and he's also a medic in the Army National Guard Reserves. James, I don't know. I mean, I guess you just came from my opinion, but which at the end of the day, it's up to your opinion. But I would say for the difficulty and challenge, if you want to challenge yourself, you could go for the nuke rate. And if that doesn't work, you could always try to fall back and be a corpsman in the Navy, which is medical stuff. But which is not a guarantee. If you don't make nuke, they could just stick you anywhere they want. But that's also that's a way. So okay, in my opinion, James, if you want my opinion, if you want to challenge yourself, which I highly recommend, try nuke. If that doesn't work, you could always try and fall back into corpsman rate, which is not a guarantee that you'll be able to fall back into corpsman rate, but that is an option, that is a possibility. Christian Turner, your message was retracted both times. What branch is better to join for avionics to get better experience to obtain your AMP license to work on civilian aircraft? Mr. Littlestrom. I'm not exactly too sure between the Air Force and the Navy, but I would say Air Force. I would really say Air Force. I don't know how true that is. I don't know what the difference is, but I would say try to go to the Air Force. Do you watch any sports? If so, what's your favorite team? I don't follow any sports per se, but I do watch breakdancing. I follow that a little bit. My favorite breakdancing crew in Korea is the Jinjo crew, the Morning of Owls, and the Gamblers. So they're breakdancing team. Kristen Turner, I'm 220 pounds, and I'm 16. My height is 6'1", very tall, right about 0.1 inch taller than me. I'm 6 foot. Did anyone get hurt in the Navy while you were around? In my ship, yes. There were people that got hurt. Some people fell off the stairs. One person fainted and hit his head on the ground, and he got seriously injured, but he's okay. Everyone's okay. There were people that I know who passed away. who unfortunately passed away for many different reasons. But I've never physically seen somebody get hurt in front of my eyes. Danny, hi Yoon, what's up Dan? I ship out as soon as Andes. I really want to be a QM. Do you know how striking works? I do not. I just know it's a long process. My friend is actually doing that. He's Andes, and he's striking QM. So they're sending him to A school at some point. But he's been in the Navy for almost a year and a half. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work, Dan. But expect to be on this for, from what I can see, expect to be on this for from a year to 2 years. Minhwan, what's up? I saw your comment on, there's that table that every Asian family has. Did you get in a fight in the Navy, and what's the worst fight you saw? I personally never got in a fight. I got very frustrated, and I got very mad at some points, and it almost came down to physical confrontation. But you never want to get physical, because that's a very big no-no. But I always try to be the bigger man and walk away, and if I insult somebody, I always try to come back and apologize for what I did and try to explain myself and try to be the bigger person. Even though if it's like not my fault or if it's my fault, I always try to explain. Very bad connection on my internet. Hopefully it's still okay, so I'm still going to push on through here. Derry NYC, when would you be able to move out of the ship? I'm sorry if it's a stupid question. It just seems unfair. You have to be been in for a while and still live in the ship. So you can, depending on, right, if it's available, you can apply to live in the barracks facilities provided. But one problem that I have is I don't have a car, right? So if I apply to live in a government housing, they can give it to me, right? It might take like 6 to 9 months for them to give it to me. But even if I get it, I don't have a car. So I'm not gonna walk, an hour to get to work every day. So sometimes I just crash with my friend. But yeah, I am trying to figure that how that would work out. So right now, one of my friend is can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me. It says very bad connection on my screen, but I'm just gonna assume you guys can hear me. Just let me know. Just say yes, I can hear you or whatnot. So I'm applying barracks with my friend. So I'm living. He has a car, so him and I will be roommates, and he's going to. Okay, you guys can hear me. He's going to drive me. What do you know about ITs? I'm in A school right now, and I want to know what the fleet is like. Michael, it depends on what ship you go to. Some ships are better than others, and some, each command has their own vibe. Okay, but before your question, I have to answer Dancy's question. Do you know how extensive the training for CAM as an MC is? I do not know. For an MC. What do you know? Okay, what do I know about ITs? So one thing I know about ITs, one of my friends is in IT. Once you come out of A school, you become third class, and then you go to C school. And my friend right now, she just picked up second class IT too. So she's been in just a little bit longer than me, a little bit over 2 years, and she's a second class, and I'm still a lowly seaman. So I don't know what how the ITs are like, but it seems like a pretty cool rate. Do you breakdance? Christian Turner? Yes, I used to a lot, but not as much anymore. What do ADs do? Aviation machinist mates? I do not know. I'm new to your channel and loving your videos. Keep it up. Question 3. What is your job in the military? Mr. Lil Strom. Welcome to my channel. My name is Yoon. Thank you for your kind words. And I am a logistics specialist in the Navy. Michael Gupton, what did you get on the ASVAB? Well, yeah. Thanks, Yoon. Have a nice day. Thank you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is boot camp? Okay, so 10 being like, okay, so if you guys have seen, Buds 234 on YouTube, right? That's the Buds training. And okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, let's say 10 is buds, right? 10 is like the most difficult thing that you can do in the military, right? Let's put that as 10. And 1 being just walk in a park, right? 1 is the easiest thing, and everyone can walk in a park. So on a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of difficulty of boot camp, running, push-ups, marching, following rules, I would say it's a solid. As long as you have some level of push-ups, running, and march, and you're able to follow directions, I would say it's a solid 4. It's really not that difficult. You just do what you're told, right? 10 being buds, right? Navy SEAL training, and 1 being walk in the park. The difficulty I would rate boot camp is at a 4. Yeah, because 4 is because there are times where it gets difficult, right? Because your RDCs are going to punish you for messing up, and say, hey, everyone do push-ups, everyone do this physical punishment, and those can get difficult sometimes. But RDCs, there's a limit to what they can do. There's a limit to how physically they can punish you. Poor connection, lag, yes. I don't know what's up with my internet today, guys. It's let me turn the lights off here actually. Alright. So excuse me if I am lagging or whatnot. If it's slow, I don't know what's up with my internet today, but it's definitely lagging. So for those of you who are coming in right now, I am reading the questions from top to bottom, so it might take a while to get to your questions. So please bear with me today. It is very laggy. So. Hey man, did you join the Navy through MAVNI? I don't know what that is, so no. Okay. I can hear you, bro. I was just curious how hard it was to get into IT. I don't know. As long as you qualify for the score, you should be alright. I don't think it's too much of a difficult rate to get into. Michael Gupton. What weather condition is good for boot camp? I would say fall. Fall time when it's not too hot, not too cold. I would say that's like the perfect time. Or like, early spring. What ship am I on? I'm on the USS Abraham Lincoln. So, since the lag thing is gone, so I apologize today. I don't know what's up with the internet, but it is lagging. And also, I don't know if I said it again, if you guys heard it, it might have lagged, so you might have cut it off. So I am reading the questions from start to finish. So it might take a while to get to your question. So bear with me here. How much do you make a month in the Navy after taxes? Leo, I do have a video about that. I have a video. It's if you look at my channel, it should be there. It's like how much I got paid for the year 2016. So I was part E3 for that year, so part E2 and part E3. After taxes, I got about $18,000. So if you see my video, there's an exact breakdown of that on a month-to-month basis. Do you know what the PRs do, and is that a good rate? So PRs, I think if I know what you're talking about, I am Rizzy. It's the one where they assist the chaplains. The chaplains are, like for example, like pastors and people who represent different religions who have a degree in it or whatnot, join the military to to give a religious aspect to the military. And the PRs protect the chaplains and assist the chaplains in whatever they need to do. And I think that's a pretty cool rate, actually. All you do is assist the chaplains and you help them out. Have you ever thought about cross rating? Do you like being an LS? That Evo guy. I think I personally. Oh, that's RP. PRs. Okay, that's RP. PR. I don't know what it is then. Okay. PR is parachute rigger. Yeah, I have no clue what PRs do. Okay. Have you ever thought about cross rating? Do you like being an LS? I personally do not like LS as much as I thought I would. Raul, what's up? I do not like the LS rate as much as I thought I would, because I thought it would be very businessy, but which it is to some degree. But I think I would have much loved being an MC, mass communication specialist, because that's kind of what I do right now. As you can see, I make videos and stuff like that. What is your rank? I'm an E3. Did you enlist straight out of high school? No, I was a year and a half into college and I joined. Okay. Oh, can you change your push-up form while doing your PRT? Yes. So the instructions are, okay. So if you're doing push-ups, imagine, okay. So let's say I'm on the ground, right? I'm doing push-ups. So this is shoulder width, right? So you're doing your push-ups and you're tired. One thing I like to do, so by instruction, you can't lift your hand and move around. So that's a big no-no. One thing you can do, however, is kind of widen it. So from shoulder width, right, you're using a specific part of your muscle. Now, if you slide it across, now you're using a different group of your muscle. So you're using a lot of your back. So when you're doing a normal shoulder width push-ups, now you're using your front. But when you do it wider, now you're using your back. So you can kind of crank out a little bit more push-ups, which I think I did like 65 on the normal push-ups, and then I switched to wide grip push-ups, and I did the 85 or whatever and whatnot. Okay. How was A school? Easy or hard? Leilani? A school was extremely easy. I loved it there. I'm into very like the suburb stuff. So A school, Meridian, Mississippi is very, very country kind of type of. The base is like a very like forest type of base. So I loved it, man. I would love to go back there. The Halo Rock. Have a good one, Ben. How did you prepare for push-ups and the run? Push-ups, I did, certain amount of push-ups every single week. For example, I did about, 250 push-ups a week or a day. Or like, there was a point where I did 500 push-ups a day and 600 push-ups a day. So like 50 push-ups every 30 minutes. So, and I did that for like months. So that helped me a lot. Thank you for your info, Yoon. You got it, Leo. What was the hardest part? I hate the running. I hate running, man. I used to love running. I used to run an hour a day, but I gotten very lazy and slacked off on my run. So right now my run is the weakest. I almost failed my run for the last PRT. The minimum time I have to get is 13:30, and I've cut it extremely close at 13:13. So I gotta catch up on my run here. What score do I need to score in ASVAB to get an aviation job? It depends exactly which aviation job you want, Bakari, because they're all different. Andrew Ellis, what's up? JT was in the CVN 72. Yes, he was. Do you shave in the Navy boot camp? Yes, you shave in Navy boot camp. Once you get to boot camp, they're gonna shave your head, and also it's wise if you shave everything before you go to boot camp. What do you think about the new PRT instructions about the excellent low score skipping the new next cycle? I personally don't think that's a good idea, because some people cheat with their scores. I can't tell you exactly how, but you're going to find out when you get to the fleet. But yeah, some people cheat on their scores, and I feel like that's going to promote it even more. Some people don't earn the scores that they get. First meeting with recruiter tomorrow. What should I expect? Game Spectre. Game Spectre. Okay, so I don't know if your recruiter is going to be a good recruiter or not. Let's just assume that all recruiters have your best interest at heart, right? But you have to understand your recruiter has a job to do. So you might want a specific rate. For example, let's say you want a logistics specialist. Your recruiter, depending on if he's a good guy or not, he might lie to you and say, hey, LS has never been open. So one thing I want you to understand, you can get any rate you want in the Navy. Any job you want in the Navy, you can get it, okay, as long as you qualify for it. So just know what you want to do in the Navy, like in terms of job, before you go to your recruiter, and then do that. Because if you don't, your recruiter is going to put his recruiter mask on and say, hey, you should pick this rate. It's the best rate in the Navy, but it might not be, and he might just say that just to fill up the numbers that he have to fill up, because he has a job to do. So what I'm trying to say is, know what you want so you don't get screwed over. Halo man, hey, what's up, Yoon? Your live video cut on the last time I was here, and my question was partially answered. Okay. Do a PT video, that dude. Okay, I will. PT video. I took a note on my yellow notepad, so it's gonna be legit. Do you shave in Navy boot camp? Yes. If a girl wanted to marry you for your benefits, for your in the military personnel, what benefits can she take from you while or after you serve? So Halo, I think I was yeah, I remember that. So I don't know exactly how many years, but so for example, let's say you're married, right, and your spouse and you have been in the military together for 15 years, right, together, but then you get divorced, right? So I know one of my instructor, good evening, John. I know one of my instructor when I was in A school, that was the case, right? He's been with his wife, ex-wife, for a very long time, but his wife decided not to get married. So one thing that happens is, because you guys both sacrifice, your ex-wife and the guy, what happens is, once my instructor retires at 20 years, the ex-wife, if she does not get married, gets half the money or a portion of the money from my instructor, the retirement pay. So that was one of the things that he told me. But I mean, if it's like less than, if it's not a long-term relationship, like if it's something that the relationship ends in like 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and that's nothing too crazy. I don't think that's gonna affect anything too much, but yeah. How did you feel when you were graduating from boot camp? Kaizen Kim, that's a good video to make. Feeling of graduating. But personally, for me, it wasn't, some people, cry because it's a big milestone for them. It's a big, accomplishment to make it through boot camp. But for me, it was like, whatever, at least I'm this is out of my way, type deal. The best moment really I felt in the Navy was when my captain called me out. There was a point when my captain, he's my former captain, Captain Ravello. He's the first Filipino captain, Asian American Filipino captain, to command a aircraft carrier. He gave me a shout out one day. We were all in formation, and he's like, "Is within like 2,000 people, and there's a captain on the podium." He's like, "Yeah, is LSSN Kim here? Can he come on stage?" And I ran over there. and got on stage, and he was looking at me right in the eye. I have a picture of it on Instagram. He's like, hey, you know, I want to thank you for your effort. Thank you for working hard for me in my ship. And you know, he gave me a command coin, which is the command coin I also gave away in one of my giveaway videos. So that was one of the best moments. It's not any awards, but just like he took his time out of the way to, you know, recognize a, you know, nobody sailor. So I was very, very appreciative of my ex-captain, and I would love to be under his command again. Would you like Pax River? Then if you're into outdoors, you would like Pax River. I have no clue what Pax River is. How long can you stay as E3 in the military? I think you get kicked out of it as an E3 after like 5 years, 5 or 6 years. I forgot exactly when, but there's a time when you get force retired at a certain rank. Love this channel, bro. Keep it up. Get my day going. Milwaukee, thank you for your kind words. How many push-ups do you suggest we can do before boot camp? Valeria. So enough to get a good high or excellent. So whatever your age is for your gender, look it up on Google. PRT, maybe PRT score, and get a good high or excellent for your age and gender. Shout out to Michael Gupton, ITSN Gupton, on Twitter, Mickey G25. Arthur, are there more rates open at the beginning of the month? I heard both yes and no. I've never heard that, Arthur. I don't know if that's entirely true. I don't think so. I think that's, I don't know how that works, Arthur, but it's probably what they're referring to is there's probably a letter at the first or at the end of the month that says, hey, this is how many rates you need to fill at the beginning of the month, and at the end of the month it's, hey, this is how many rates you need to have by the end of the month. Like, this is what you're missing. So I don't know how that works. That's kind of my guess. At the beginning of the month, the recruiters know, all right, we need, you know, 100 sailors in this, 100 sailors in this, 100 sailors in that. And at the end of the month, it might be, in my guess, like, oh, we need 10 more sailors in this, 10 more sailors in that, and whatever. Drip 47. Is that the same drip that I'm thinking about? Let me see. Okay, okay. I second Valeria's question. What was Valeria's question? Okay, yeah, I answered that. So for those of you who are coming in, asking me questions, so I'm reading it from top to bottom so I don't skip a question. So it might take a couple minutes to get to your question. I know you can't tell me where, cause OPSEC, but where do you expect to go on deployments? Either the Middle East or Asia, which is basically all over the world. There wasn't any specific thing, so I think I'm okay. Which I don't even know, to be honest, like exactly where. I'm going in as an E3. Oh, I said when. Oh, I honestly don't know when. My ship is technically, you know, ready to go now, so they could call us at any time. I'm going in as an E3 and I leave for boot camp August 21st. Any tips making through boot camp? Be an RPOC. Stand out. Doesn't matter. Take the best jobs. Yoon, you ever come across... Okay. Yoon, you ever come across... I am Rizzy. So don't try to make boot camp. Just enjoy boot camp every single day, every single moment of it. Try to get the best jobs. RPOC, AROC, MA, Master at Arms, Yeoman, whatever you need. Try to get the best jobs. Just enhance your military experience from day one. Don't try to slide by. That's the worst thing you could do. I know there's a lot of people with that kind of advice on YouTube, but there's no point. There's no point on trying to sneak by boot camp. There's no point in trying to be a nobody. Drip 47, what's up? I got confused. I got you confused with the other guy, the YouTuber Drip. What would you do or train to do if you saw a pirate with an AK-47 in an area you work? Halo Man, I would hide, and I would let the MAs. It's their job to shoot guns. I would let them take care of it. What do you enjoy most on your ship? Right now, Halo Man, I just enjoy the time that I'm spending in the ship. I know it's temporary. It sucks, right? I hate being in the ship. I hate living in there because the bed's uncomfortable, and sometimes it's too cold. Sometimes it's too hot, and there's a lot of unsanitary stuff. But right now, I'm just enjoying every moment of it as an experience, something that makes me stronger as a person. I was a JROTC. I already so I know basic things like drilling knowledge. It's just the physical part. Where you at, bro? I am in Pennsylvania. Yo, the video cut out when you answer my question. Stream is super choppy. Keeps getting cut in and out. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my internet today, guys. My internet's kind of very crappy today. But I think you guys can still hear me, right? It's not... Well, I guess it's sometimes super choppy, but... should be alright. I actually might end it here today. It's a slow day, and the internet's extremely laggy. I don't know exactly what's up with the internet, but... I might just end it here. Once it comes back. So yeah, you ever see people discharged from military for mental health stuff? Can you hear me? Pooh? Can you hear me? Because I don't know if you can hear me entirely too well. It says very bad connection on my screen. Okay. Alright, so there I have not seen people get discharged for mental reasons. I have seen people get taken away for mental reasons. So I guess I can give you two examples of two guys that I know, I guess I knew. One guy, he would always talk to himself. So from my opinion, I think there was something wrong with him. But he got discharged because he failed his PRT. So I guess that worked out for him. But he kind of regrets it. He wishes he was back in the ship because he's my Facebook friend. Halo Man, repost your question. And this one other guy that I know, there's something definitely, from what I can see, something was up with him, but he was taken away, and he went to get evaluated for his mental health. Mr. Mike, thank you always for your kind generosity. I don't know exactly how to respond to that, but you're always very, very kind. So today, guys, I don't know exactly why, but my internet is very off. It's very on and off with the lag. So there might be a lot of a delay. I think we should not ask Yoon about jobs. I think of it as asking an apple that sits on the desk what it thinks of an orange in a crate all the way around the world. Yeah, it could be. When people tell me like aviation stuff, like, hey, what do you think about this rate, air rate? I just say go to JT Suits, right? He's an air guy. If people say, hey, what do you feel about corpsman? I just say, hey, go to Donnie. He's a corpsman. If you come to me with LS, like LS, CS, PS, YN, those I can help you with some degree. But other stuff like information stuff, But even at that, sometimes like, CTNs and ITs, military guys come in here and start answering people's questions. So I'm very thankful for that. Do you know when they start investigation for top security clearance? I do not know when they start. So that's something like an orange, trying to answer the Apple answering an orange question. I have no clue what that is. But they probably start from as soon as you try to get into the military. Yeah, my internet's on and off though right now, mayonnaise man. Kind of frustrating. I pay for decent internet, but I get crappy internet. I don't understand why. I heard if you know a second language in the military, you get extra pay. Is that true? Yes, Lizzie. So it's called a DLAB, Defense Language Aptitude Battery Test. So that's something I'm trying to take. They only accept certain languages. So I know right now they're looking for German. I know German is one of the highest things that they're looking for. Also, the second highest thing they're looking for is Chinese and Korean, so I fit the Korean description. And also they take Russian, so I don't know, but they don't take like Spanish. They don't take Tagalog. They don't take some languages. It's not all. Try restarting your router or modem. Yeah, I probably will have to. What do you think about the Type 3? So I'm gonna assume I'm talking like my video quality. I actually cannot reduce my video quality. Yeah, I don't have control of that, of reducing my video quality. But yeah, I might try to restart my internet. Or I might just call it a night really today. I don't think the internet loves me today. It's a fail day. It's a fail day today. Alright, so guys, I think I am gonna close it out today. It's been 80 minutes, so the internet is not with me today. I will start this back up tomorrow. Thank you for watching me, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I always do appreciate your attention, spending your time, your valuable time, listening to what I have to say, a random person. So do you know the percentage of classing up as an 11? Is it pretty good? Thanks, by the way. Love your videos. Lilani, everyone, most people pass LSA school. I don't know exactly what you mean by classing up. Everyone who picks LS gets to be an LS or goes to LS school. Yeah.